I mean, I thought we, for a while, executed some part of our game plan, but definitely early. I thought the start of the second half, kind of the telltale sign of how the second half was going to go. They made a couple plays. We didn't execute two kind of quick sets out of the huddle, and we got down obviously quite a bit. And I thought we made a nice valiant effort coming back and fought and scrapped some, and then didn't make some basketball plays down the stretch that we talked about. So obviously we got to get better and improve and still compete, and we're going to go to the drawing board and continue to work and get better and get ready for St. Joe's.
Terry, that early part of the second half, in the last three home games, there's been George Washington, St. Bonaventure, and now St. Louis have kind of used those to pull away a little bit. Is there something you can do to sort of shake that up a little bit?
I'll take a look at that. We rectified the starts of the games by moving some lineups around, so nothing's really off the table as far as watching and analyzing and doing some things. And the ironic thing is we actually had two kind of layups in that stretch, and we missed them and they made theirs. So some of it, I'll be honest, is basketball. The guys have to execute the game plan and make those plays.
Interior defense, it seemed like they were getting an awful lot of shots in the paint early. They were driving. They were really aggressive. What did you see out of that kind of broke down?
Yeah, I mean, I saw some of that myself. I thought that our interior defense, some of it was driving from the guards, a few kind of non-tags on ball screens, and we can get better on our interior defense. I mean, right now, Tyler's obviously our kind of big guy in there, and I thought he did a good job at different times. But we're a little thin in that department right this second, so we're going to continue to get Rashawn moving and see if we can get Tyler some backup minutes, so we have some bigger bodies in there. I don't think space at the 5 for a whole game is going to kind of do it.
It seemed like you were waiting during that 17-0 run to call a timeout, and they kind of forced your hand. Were you hoping to just see a spark, to see something kind of to shake out?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really want to use my last timeout. I think that's what it was at that juncture in the game, but at that point, I didn't have much of a choice. I thought, somebody might make a shot or make a play there. I've been in those situations over, my coaching career, and more often than not, somebody's made a good basket. I thought a couple guys missed shots, and then we had a couple one-on-one plays, and that's really what kind of set me off to call the timeout. So that was kind of it.
Did they do a good job, especially early, of preventing you guys from pressing, from making that effective? It seemed like as you guys were getting ready, that they were able to get it over the press pretty quickly.
Yeah, they did a good job of hitting middle. We took the press off pretty quickly after. I think they got one driving layup at that point. Those are the ones where you're kind of hopeful that maybe somebody makes a big block or a big play. I don't think we're at that spot quite yet. And so we kind of ended up playing a little more half court than I was liked, and unfortunately it didn't work out for us.
Trey, how frustrating is this loss for the team? You guys had the week off, coming off 4 straight losses, and then to have this happen. What's kind of the mood like in the locker room, and how disappointing is it for you personally?
I'm gonna get over it and just get ready for the next game. That's all I'm saying.
Did you feel like you had to take on a little more, do a little something extra when the team was scuffling? You scored the 10 straight, and it seemed like you were trying to be aggressive, just trying to do anything to get a spark. Did you feel like you had to do it all to kind of kickstart things a little bit?
No, I don't feel like I had to do it all. It just ended up happening that way. It just happened that way.
Derek, was the job that their bench did, is that a lineup that they haven't used a ton of? Is that a hard thing you trying to adjust to on the fly?
They had guys coming in and out from all over them. It was kind of trying to figure out who was who pretty quickly there. But I thought they were a little deeper than us. Obviously, 46-9 on bench points. So that's something that, for most games for a while, will probably be a little undermanned bench-wise. But they did a good job. I mean, they're playing a little faster. They're doing some things that they haven't done in kind of years past, and I think it's been effective for them over the last 3 or 4 games.
Trey's obviously put up some huge numbers. Like, does it feel kind of unsustainable of not being able to give him some help and not have to rely on him to score 36 just to kind of keep things close night in and night out?
Well, I mean, right now, obviously, him, Jabari, and Dante are kind of giving us most of our points. We're trying to still formulate that fourth or fifth kind of scoring option, which hasn't really formulated itself. I think 36 is probably a little too much, but he did have 10 for 16.
Yeah.
What happens is when that happens and you're kind of trying to be the main scorer, you put a little too much pressure on yourself sometimes. And, I think he can do that, continue to rely on his teammates. And, some of those guys have to make some plays. We got to make 9 for 27 from 3. If you took his 6 for 8 out, it's like, 3 for 18, I think it is. Something like that. So, 19. We got to do a better job. We definitely have to do a better job. And listen, tell the guys, we're not blowing anybody out. You got to come out here and we got to try to scrap out some wins. That's the way it is. We have some depth issues. We have some other stuff kind of right there, and we're gonna have to figure out a way to fight and claw our way to some victories. That's what it is. I mean, I'll be candid and honest. That's where we're at. We're gonna have to just keep fighting and clawing.
You haven't had, as a team, you guys haven't had to deal with a losing streak like this in a few years. As a coach, how do you kind of assess this and kind of deal with this and try to kind of climb out of this a little bit, having not have to?
I'm just coming to work every day with a great attitude and trying to push our team. I'm not a lay down guy, as you know. You've been around here for a while. As a player or a coach, I think every program and coach at different times can hit a rough patch. Obviously, we've hit one, and I think your character gets tested on how you respond to in times like these. And I'm not changing who I am as a person or a coach. I'm going to continue to come here every day, put my hard hat on. I got to get a few hard hats to spread around the team. And make sure that everybody has one, and we're gonna dig ourselves out of this. We're where we are. I think I come to practice every day. I work with these guys every day. I know where we're at, and my job is to continue to work and get them better, continue to fight and claw, and try to figure out a way not to let teams go on such big runs. Maybe shorten them up a little bit. We got good guys in there. They're going to continue to fight and claw, and I honestly love coming to work with these guys every day. They don't always do everything perfect. They don't always maybe make every shot I would like. But we'll figure out a way to fight ourselves out of this hole.